Now we end this first night time of 1995 with a look at the overnight news headlines from ITN.
Good morning, this is the morning news from ITN on New Year's Day. Secret cabinet papers just released show that the government 30 years ago feared rumours of a homosexual affair involving a Tory peer would wreck the Conservative Party. The papers from 1964 have been released from the Public Records Office under the 30-year rule. Adam Holloway reports.
Some of the commentators wading through the 1964 papers are drawing startling comparisons between the political landscape of 30 years ago and that of today. After 13 years, the Conservatives lost to Labour and her modernising new leader, Harold Wilson. Released documents show that the day Labour took office, officials were briefing new ministers on the real extent of the country's economic problems. Sleaze also sold newspapers in 1964. Lord Boothby was a prominent Tory. Amongst the papers, there's a letter from Boothby denying separate allegations of homosexual dalliance. He said, "If I were a homosexual, which I'm not, I should not choose either gangsters or clergymen." The stories were unfounded, but we now know just how much they'd worried the then government after earlier scandals. But to find out how valid such comparisons really are to today's politics, we'll have to wait another 30 years.
Russian forces have begun the new year with a fresh onslaught on the Chechen capital Grozny. Moscow says its forces are now within firing distance of the presidential palace. Russian bombers and artillery left buildings ablaze and killed or injured a number of civilians. But Chechen fighters claimed they'd repelled the attack and seized more than 70 Russian tanks. 5 people have died and 80 were injured in a fire at a hotel in the Belgian city of Antwerp. It started when a Christmas tree caught light during a party. Now, cricket and England have been fighting back after a disastrous start to the 3rd Test in Sydney. Tim Nielsen reports.
England began just as they had left off the last Test. Gooch caught behind for 1, his Test career now surely over. Hick bowled by McDermott for 2, another Test innings failure. Then Thorpe legged before and England were reeling at 20 for 3. But then entered John Crawley for his first Test in the series. And slowly but surely, Atherton and Crawley pulled England back into the game. Atherton's dogged concentration was rewarded, a late cut bringing up his 50. He'd played a real captain's innings. The runs then flowed, the 100 partnership came up, and Crawley was soon to reach his first Test 50, a wonderful innings from the youngster.
And the latest score, England are 181 for 3. People across the country have been braving the cold to welcome in the new year. In London's Trafalgar Square, an estimated 80,000 gathered to celebrate the arrival of 1995. 15 people were arrested for drunkenness. And that's all from the ITN Morning News team. From all of us here, Happy New Year.